Bear with me, I have a head cold. For the purpose of historical background, the Mafia in Sicily was comprised of bosses of families divided by location, with the bosses of Palermo, the capital, yielding the greatest influence and control, even to the point of using families of other towns to handle their business for them, such as murder. Like, for instance, the family from Corleone, better known as the Corleonesi, led by Luciano Ligio, Toto Riina and Bernardo Provenzano. The Palermo bosses were considered wealthy, whereas the Corleonesi, originally farmers, were viewed as inferior. And they were fully aware that their social status was pegs down from the bosses in Palermo. The Corleonesi, Toto Riina in particular, began internally plotting the demise of the Palermo bosses, and the friction between the two factions had been brewing for years. By the time the 1980s rolled around, Palermo boss Stefano Bontate, according to many former members, was dead set on killing Toto Riina. Some would even say to the point of being obsessed with eliminating him. Bontate was known as the Prince and was a person who dressed elegantly and drove exotic cars such as Ferraris and Porsches. Even his favorite pistol had a mother-of-pearl grip. And it was Bontate who first used the acid method to dissolve bodies. He learned the technique during the refining of heroin. Over the course of time, Toto Riina became the Corleonesi's primary representative and began building a solid base in Palermo, which was by all rights Bontante's turf. His growing popularity did not go unnoticed by Bontate, who would openly mock him and began calling him the peasant from Corleone. Apparently, Riina heard what he was being called, and in turn, began referring to Bontate as the Falcon. During commission meetings, the Corleonesi would sit, be silent, and agree to what was ever decided. However, after these meetings, they would do as they pleased, especially Toto Riina. Looking back on what took place, Riina outmaneuvered Bontate and began to see him more and more as a capable enemy. So he set up several hit squads who, according to Antonino Giuffre, consisted of young men ready to move on short notice to carry out murders. It was Bontante's plan not to eliminate Riina right away, which was a costly mistake. First, he wanted to take out his favorite killer, Pino Greco, who had been committing murders since he was 16 years old. Nonetheless, Riina was a step ahead of him. Greco and 5 selected men and himself all lay low in a Palermo apartment. And on April 23, 1981, Bontante's birthday, they caught him in his new Alfa Romeo and machine-gunned him. On the night this took place, Riina was speaking with Bernardo Brusca out on the terrace of the apartment they were hiding in, and he told him, they haven't yet understood who the Corleonesi are, and when they do understand, it'll be too late for them. Palermo will already be ours. The whole Sicily will be ours. Just then, someone came in to give him a message, and he turned to Brusca. Bontante's dead, and Salvatore Inzerillo is next.